Welcome to ShoppeCast. Okay, first things first, y'all. We got a new president.
We got a new president. Yes. We got a vice president that is black. That's the
black woman.
A black woman. Yeah. A black woman.
Big
for America.
Jesus' name.
Big. We get somewhere. Cheers.
Okay.
And so with that being said, our quote is very appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
This queen will not be stopped, defeated, or shaken. My trust is in the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
We need to be trusting in the Lord more so than politicians nowadays.
Than anybody else.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hello.
Absolutely.
I'm with that.
So our topic for today, we're going to start with salon etiquette. And you guys want me to start? I have a lot to say.
Go ahead. Let it out. Let it out.
So, what made me want to do this subject, and we had talked about it in a few other segments that we did, is the complaints that I get from clients that are coming to me from another stylist. And more so than it being them being unhappy with their hairstyle, it is the way they're treated when they go into a salon.
Yeah.
I own a salon now for almost 14 years, and nothing burns me up more than for someone to walk through my door and they don't speak, first of all.
Hello.
Yeah.
But if I'm not paying attention, which most times I am because I sit close to the door, I had 2 workers that worked right at the door. And if they didn't speak to a client, they got called to the back because that's an issue.
Yeah.
The client needs to feel welcome when they walk through your door.
Absolutely.
They come in to spend money.
Yeah,
Why
just
wouldn't
greet
they?
everybody.
Yeah,
You
just
don't want to just let
It ain't gonna
anybody
take
walk
nothing
in.
from you. Say hello to somebody.
It doesn't. And you know what's sad? Clients get used to that type of behavior, so when they
they walk in and don't
they
speak.
walk into a salon and they don't speak. You're like, hello.
Oh, hi. How are
You
you?
here to see somebody?
Right.
What's up? Like, you
That's wrong.
you
Be in the
gonna
wrong
wash your
shop
hair?
if you don't say
Right.
nothing.
No, for real.
So number one rule for me is always greet and acknowledge your client when they come in the door, even if you're not ready for them. Just to let them know that you know that they're there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even you can even let them know how long it'll be before you're ready for them or whatever.
Yeah.
But definitely greet and acknowledge your client when they walk through the door. That's a very important rule.
I think that just goes hand in hand with being, in tune with your client when they come in, like start a general conversation.
Yeah,
Sometimes
make them feel
stylists don't
welcome.
talk to the client. They
At
just sit
all.
That's
Like,
crazy.
there,
they put
quiet.
headphones in.
Yeah.
Because my second thing was engaging with your client.
Yeah. That's how you start the engagement.
That's
Yeah,
how you
for
build the
sure.
relationships. That's why they want to
Exactly.
come back to you. Like, that's how you
Exactly.
keep a steady clientele. That's how you build family. Like,
Yeah.
These people coming back, regardless of if they even want their hair done or really got the money, they want to see you. They want to talk to you.
Yeah, refer people.
Yeah, like they just want to take on your energy.
Right,
Be
right.
good.
Yes.
Be a good energy
Yes.
to give the people.
For sure.
And it makes them think or know that you care about them as a client.
Yeah, as a
Mhm.
person, like
You engaging with them, and we learned this in high school. I don't know if you guys did. It could be something as silly as, well, so how's your dog today? Because I remember the last time, he had.
Yeah.
something
Client
like
be
that.
like,
That
in
goes
their
a
mind,
really
and
long
her,
way.
right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
you
oh my
remember-
God, you were listening. You know.
Yeah,
what I'm
I've even
saying?
had clients say this to me like, you was really listening to me when I was
Right.
talking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you was talking, right?
Listen, you're my friend for an hour or two.
Hello?
Here, we're locked in.
Exactly.
Alright, yeah, I had a client, her mom just passed. So I've been trying to
Checking
check
on
on
her.
her
Yeah,
and
that's
make
nice.
sure she's
That's nice.
cool and everything.
Yes.
She needs
That's
to
how
come
it's
in.
supposed
Those
to be.
things, they make people come back.
Definitely.
Hospitality goes a long way.
And she also did the young ladies here for her mom's service free of charge, which I practice that as well. People are grieving and going through a lot.
Yeah.
They have a lot to pay for.
Yeah.
Burying a loved one. So I'm not saying that that's mandatory.
No.
But it's definitely good customer service, and that's only one service you're giving them. If they keep coming back, you'll make your money back
regardless.
What your concern is.
Treat others. I would. If my mother passed, I would
right.
You still gonna take my
show me
85.
some love.
All right.
Yeah.
Look here.
I mean, everybody don't have that courtesy, and I'm not gonna shun them for it because it's not mandatory.
Yeah.
But it definitely will set you aside from the rest of
absolutely.
the hairstylists.
I used to do my clients' birthday nails for free, but I wouldn't tell them. Like, it wasn't a thing that people knew. It would just be like, "Oh, happy birthday."
After you were done,
they'd be like, "Oh my God!" And it was just my loyals, and I got the idea from people coming to me for the first time. Like, "Do you got birthday specials?" Like, first of all, I don't know you, so no, I don't have a birthday special for you. But for my people,
for loyals,
for the people that been coming to me all year round, your birthday, I got you.
Absolutely.
Show a
That's
little
how
love.
you create incentives with like.
That's how you have a loyal clientele,
Absolutely.
and that's how
Absolutely.
you can go to work regardless of if you got one person on your books or 5 people. You know them people actually coming because they're reliable people because y'all have relationships with them.
Next thing would be appearance. Because we are in the beauty industry, we are held to a certain standard as to how we come to work looking. Now, don't get me wrong, everybody got a bad day.
Yeah, for sure.
Or 2.
But you should not be coming to work in the beauty industry looking like you just rolled out of bed.
Please.
On a daily basis.
Or your club clothes.
Believe it or not, that will affect the way a client chooses their hairstylist. And I had an experience when I was taking my daughter to get her makeup done at MAC. And I didn't know who to choose at the time, you know what I'm saying? And so they tried to get me to this girl, and I sad to say I looked at her and she just didn't have it together, and I was like, I don't want that person. So that's how people think.
Yeah, especially when you don't know what their work is like.
Right.
Yeah, so you probably was like, oh no, not her. I don't got time. I don't have time to waste.
Definitely when you have new clients, like I always try to make it a point to look a little decent that day.
Yeah.
When I know I'm gonna have a new
decent.
client, you know, comb my hair, put on a nice little.
It
I wear black to work pretty much every day.
Yeah, it's kind of like a without even it being put into the books, like a salon color.
Yeah.
Like kind of like a uniform for us, all black for several reasons. You know, we work with a lot of chemicals, so you don't want to get dirty, and it just looks more uniformed. So it just became like the color of our wardrobe before we.
I remember I asked, I'm like, am I supposed to wear black? I always wear black.
Look in today. Here's our pop of color. Here's our pop of color. No, but you have those days where you be like, oh, I'm put on some jeans and a shirt today.
Yeah.
But for the majority,
Just look presentable.
Just real cool.
Look presentable.
Because even if you put on like a black T-shirt and black leggings, it still looks
uniform.
uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you gonna put your apron on.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Send your work clothes. In your file. Keep them together.
Yeah, for real. It could be like work clothes. For sure.
Another part of salon etiquette is teamwork within the staff. Depending on if you're in a salon with a number of other workers, you definitely need to have good teamwork. Otherwise, it's not for a good atmosphere. And trust me, the clients will feel the tension.
Can feel the tension.
They will feel the tension.
That's a big thing. Clients can feel the tension.
Right.
Look, you can speak on this because you actually worked
in a different
in
shop.
an unfamiliar,
So what was your experience like?
It was a lot of different energies. You could always tell how a client would see one person getting treated way better than all the other people that's getting their services done, and they like trying to engage with that nail tech, and I'm like, don't talk to me please, because I don't want your nail tech mad at me because I'm over here talking to you. Next thing I know, you're gonna want to be in my chair. So
it shouldn't
be like that, and I was never that way. It was always, hey, my book's full, but I got somebody that want to come in at 3. You got to open it, like you know, like I'm gonna send you some money, and it's not teamwork like that in many places, unfortunately, especially amongst nail techs, because it hasn't really been many black nail salons. It's more so a nail tech works in a hair salon, so they expect to get all of the hairstylist customers to come to them, just one person. So when you work in an actual nail salon full of black women, it's too much competition to some people. So they look at it as, I'm not going to get enough money because there's other people in here that's gonna get walk-ins with me. When it shouldn't even be that way.
And that's
make
sad.
you better.
That's sad that you say that, Lon, and I hate to compare us to other cultures, but when you go into an Asian nail salon, they stacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they working and they getting
Yeah,
along
and
and everybody getting money.
Yes.
Everybody's getting money.
That's the thing.
So that's so funny you said that, because all the issues that I've ever had as a salon owner have always been with my nail techs. And I never understood it. Like, I literally would have 6 stylists in there. We can share bowls and dryers and not have an issue. But the 2 nail techs can never, you know, get along
they didn't want to share product information. Like, if I found this new website to get something from, I'm going to tell it to everybody in the shop. I may not tell it to every nail tech on Instagram, but I'm at least sharing with people that I'm working with.
Right.
Because I want all of us to be on the same page when it comes to, you know, like, we all up there. We all got the same experience. Everybody, and versus it just being my name, I wanted it to be the shop's name. I want everybody who walk out the shop to be like, my nails, I went to such and such. Versus going to a person, you went to this shop and your nails is popping. So everybody going to want to come to the shop.
That's the thing, though. Everybody is now, I feel like, for self. Like, nobody wants to work
it's no type
in
of
a salon. Or
at all.
if they do want to work in a salon or with the team, I want to go to the most popular salon where everybody that's in Cleveland.
Or no, I want my own salon. I want people to work for me. But you never even want to work for nobody else.
That part.
Or to me, that's why salon lofts are winning, too.
Yeah.
Because, and I hate to say our culture. I'm not really familiar with the ethics in a white salon, but in our culture, in hair salons, there's always been a lot of drama. And so when whoever came up with the idea of lofts came up with it, I don't particularly care for it, because I always loved the family feeling that I got when I worked in the salon. But I pretty much, go ahead.
I'm going to just say this. Your salon is one of a kind. Nobody gives that type of vibe when you walk into salons. And I've been to a lot of different salons. You don't get that vibe when you go up to people's salons. So they have never truly worked in a good salon. Yeah. So that's why they at lofts.
Yeah.
Or too, I feel like a lot of the time, a person, they don't want to take, direction, or they don't want to follow these rules.
Clean up after themselves.
I'm an independent contractor. You can't tell me when I could come in here. I pay boo for it.
Yes.
It's just, it makes it unfortunate, especially with the new people that are coming into the industry, like the young girls.
Yeah, they don't get the same experience.
They'll come in, say for instance, like my mother's salon forever, like, we not, booming, but my mother has been up for almost 14 years, so we doing something right.
Established. Right.
But it'll just be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go do my own thing. It's not the place for me.
But people don't understand that it's like when you first start off in the industry, it's best to work in the shop. And nobody knows that.
You gotta grow.
And most girls, especially when I do my one-on-one classes, I always talk to them. I'm like, so what's your plan? Like, do you have a plan? If you do, what's your plan? Because if you about to jump straight into the loft, it's not on me hating on you, but I'm going to tell you, like, you're not going to win. It's taking that large step first. Like, that's a lot of booth rent, as well as you still trying to build your clientele. You need to network. Ain't no networking when you in your own little space like that. You need to be around other people. Because you might want the hairstylist may have clients that already have a nail tech, but they know somebody that's looking for a nail tech. I'm like, word of mouth is so strong. You need to be around just other people, and you need to just be there. Even when you don't have a client, just be at the shop.
Yeah.
To learn how to run the business.
Exactly.
Cosmetology is not a business school.
So
it does not teach you how to run the business. The only way you're going to learn how to run the business is if you work in a business under someone. This is what I did for years before I decided to even open a salon. And actually, that was never a dream of mine. But because I did work in other people's salons and seeing the things that were done right and the things were done wrong and the things that I didn't want going on in my salon, then it helped me go into my salon with a little more success than the average person that just jumps out there just because they know how to do hair and want to open up a business. It's a business. So if you don't have any business background, a lot of times you end up falling on your face. And another sad thing about our culture is we don't like asking each other for help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you know what? I want to say they won't. I think they ask the wrong people for help.
That's true.
And they're rejected, because there's some people out here who I wish did give help, because they're really good stylists or they're really good businesswomen. But yeah, they don't want to give nobody no help. They just offer self. So the people who reach out to me, I'm always willing to help, whether or not even if you're not gonna pay for my class.
Right.
If you just want to know a couple things, I'll talk to you. I ain't gonna just be like, you gotta pay me to talk to me. No, because at the end of the day, everybody ain't got. I don't have fully what I need to give to truly everybody out here.
Right.
There's some people who, the people that's truly sitting in my chair taking my classes, are the people I'm supposed to be encountered with. The people who just hit my DMs, that's who I'm supposed to just DM with, and that's that. I don't need money from anybody and everybody.
Right. Right.
So it's both. It's both sides.
That's what I was
gonna say
and
the people who don't ask.
I think a lot of times the stylists, they get deterred from working under somebody because there's so many people just opening salons and they have no clue what they doing. They bad owners. They don't know how to talk to their employees or handle their clients. Yeah, it's just a whole thing. So that makes a lot of stylists be like, well, maybe I should work in a shop because they don't know what they doing no way.
Yeah, and as salon owners, treat your staff like you care about them.
Absolutely.
Treat them the same way you treat your clients. But then again, treat your clients right. So it's like, because at the end of the day, with you being the top tier, you need everybody in your shop to care about your shop the way you care about it. That will keep your shop flourishing. Even if you just step out to have lunch, your whole shop could crumble. Like, you don't want to have to literally be in there for your shop to be ran properly. As well as treat the people in there with respect. Make sure you take care of everything. Have paper towels, have toilet paper, get the shop clean. Like,
that's salon etiquette. Making sure you have everything you need to operate as a business. That's very, very important.
If a light bulb goes out, don't let the light bulb be out for 3, 4, 5 months. Like, I remember I went to this girl's shop 4 times, and every time the bathroom light bulb was out. And I ended up asking the stylist, I'm like, so is it just, like, is it broke? Like, do we need a whole nother light in the bathroom, or do we just need bulbs? We just need a bulb. This is ridiculous. You ain't got no damn bulb yet.
But see, if they care just as much, what is it for a stylist to be like, Grandma's gonna buy a bulb for the bathroom?
Right.
No, for real, because I would. I would have been bought a bulb.
Come
like,
on now.
Ridiculous.
But they don't care.
And that's where
silly.
the teamwork comes in.
To use the bathroom.
Right.
I don't understand.
That's where the teamwork comes in at. Just little small things like you said. And I always practice that when I work in other people's salons. Because guess what? I got to work here too.
Yeah.
So, you know, if it's something that's needed and the owner's not there, then I'm going to get it so I can keep working, you know what I'm saying, and it not interfere with my work day or making my money. Another thing when it comes to teamwork is keeping the salon clean, and right now during COVID, very much sanitized and disinfected.
Yeah.
That's very important in a salon. Some salons were practicing it before COVID, and so they're on the right path anyway. And hopefully some salons got it together once we came into this pandemic, and they are doing the proper thing to protect themselves as well as their clients. And to keep us from getting sick, be it COVID, cold, or whatever they may come in there with. That's another thing. Don't come in there if you're sick.
Please don't.
Because we're not going to come to work sick. But if you come in there sick and you make us sick, then we can't come to work. And guess what? As self-employed people, if we don't work,
we don't get sick days. We don't make any money.
And that was a thing before COVID. Like, I used to get so frustrated with people who came in sick.
I wanted to steal
it's just passing, girl.
So mad.
It's just a cough, and y'all with nail techs, y'all literally are face to face, so it's even more rude for you to come in sick.
Coughing in my face.
Then when I say I can't work, you like, well, when you get done getting sick, can you let me know?
I want to be first. Like, excuse me.
Or no, you can
when
say,
you have
oh, dang, I have somewhere to go.
I can't go nowhere either. How about that? Like,
I'm dying. And
I'm
you're
sorry, I can barely stand up.
Right.
I can't curl nothing. And you'll be the first one. Well, my part kind of crooked, girl.
In the shop,
this
just
side of curls
just
don't look
spreading all the germs.
Right.
It's offensive.
It is. It's like, offensive. Y'all only care about me when I'm truly servicing y'all, huh? Like, y'all don't truly care about me. Like, I had clients that'd be like, okay, do you want me to bring you some medicine?
That's not.
No, I don't. I don't. Can I come to your house to at least get this nail fixed?
You want to cover a bill? Look, you want to cover a bill since you want me to do your nails.
Drive me to emergency. How about that?
Gosh, dog it.
What's wrong with people? I have another salon etiquette.
What?
It is, if you are running behind as a stylist, text your client. Tell them, hey, I'm running 30 minutes behind.
Not 30.
So this was my thing. I could get 30 minutes behind as a nail tech.
Okay.
So it would be really easy. All it would take is for somebody to come in and be getting a full set instead of a fill-in. Or when I would get new people, and they would come from somebody else and their nails were like horrific.
Right.
Or they had glued on all their nails. It was like, I didn't know that I couldn't keep these on if I glued them on. I'm like, what? So things like that. This one lady had glued back on all her nails because she hadn't been to me in 12 weeks. So she's like, I just treated them like they was press-ons and glued them back on. These don't come off like they're press-on stuff. Like 12 weeks? You just need to be nailless.
What?
So she came back, she thought I could just fill them in. I'm like, when have you ever thought that this was okay? So she put me 45 minutes behind. How did she get the nail off
whole? All of them.
So I gotta apologize because I misunderstood you. I thought like if you were on your way to work. And
no. I'm here working and I'm 30 minutes behind.
Okay.
So instead of letting clients pile up, just give them a courtesy text. I would be the one that instead of me stopping for a whole nother 5 minutes to make sure this text gets sent out to everybody else, the client that's in my chair, hey, type this up for me. Send this to her. So I can keep working at the same time you getting everything else done. I've literally had to push back everybody's appointment 45 minutes. I'm like, send her, this is her new time, this is her new time. If she need to reschedule, let me know ASAP. I will get you in this day. Like, just, you got to be able to run two businesses at once. You got to be able to service your client as well as the other back end. So you don't just have people sitting in there. Or you think that's normal. Like, I just respect people's time a little bit more. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm 45 minutes behind, if you can't make it, I understand. It's not your fault, it's mine. So just let me know. And it may not even fully be my fault. It could be my first 8 a.m. client was 45 minutes late. Now my whole day is 45 minutes late. I don't have time to catch up because I didn't plan it in my day. So stuff like that, it's like, just let the customer know, like, hey, I'm running behind. Just respect their time.
That goes hand in hand too with clients.
Yeah, because
letting us know if you're running late. Also, right now with COVID, you can't really change your, hairstyle at the last minute or run too late because you will throw off our whole entire day because we can only service one client at a time.
So respect.
So in that respect,
we both
have to. In that respect now, where you can only do one person at a time
anyway.
Now we get to
know what it's like.
Right, exactly.
That's always been one of the
things. And so I gotta say, just to respond to what you said, Lonnie, honestly, if my first customer was 45 minutes late, she would get canceled. Yeah.
It would be very rare occasions where they going out of town or something like that, or they woke up late. Things where I'd be like, you know what, all right, fine, I'll still get you in. Like, you woke up late and you going out of town. Of course this happens this time. So I'm going to still get you in. But you're going to have to pay a little extra.
But now that I woke up late,
if it's just a regular,
one of my favorite sayings is when they tell me that. When they be like, oh, Shonda, I woke up late. I'll be like, go back to sleep then, baby. I'm not coming today. That would have my feelings so hurt.
Listen.
She told me to go back to sleep.
It always be that early client, too. I done had a 7
6
a.m. message me at 7:45 like, I'm sorry, I just woke up.
It didn't be the times where I'm truly like, all right, cool, I'll come in at 6:45. Like, dang. It'd be the ones where like, all you had to do was say.
Because it was hard for me to get up too.
Listen,
hello.
So if I got up and
I barely got here.
I am here.
Right. It's 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. appointments.
That's I'm on my way to Dunkin' Donuts.
I could have got breakfast.
Like, let me go kill some time.
Or just a couple more winks.
Just a few seconds extra. You wake up mad as ever early, like,
I didn't have to be
7.
Here. Push your way through, only for them to call and tell you they running late. That's crazy. So the moral to that story is, we need to be on time and they need to be on time.
And if you running late, say something to the other party.
Right.
Client or stylist.
Right.
Say something.
Next one is interesting because this is the old school versus the young school. And that is the music that you play in your salon.
Ooh,
that's a big
one. Her make no cussing before 10. No trap music before 2. We don't listen to trap music.
So I used to have playlists by customer style. I would try to get all of my my 45s and up, or my real heavy churchers, all on similar days or around the same time. Like Kendall used to be in there. I used to be like, switch the playlist, put on this playlist, put on some Mary J. Blige. All right, now we can turn on some hip hop. Like, depending on the client. I'm big on just respect.
Yeah.
And to continue with respect, put a handle on people's names when they over a certain age. It's no way I'm gonna call Miss Linda. I'm gonna just like, Linda, you can come back here.
Raised that way,
like,
though.
what? This
I just wouldn't feel right. Like Miss Sherry,
call her Linda.
Come on, Miss Sherry.
And I mean, even at my age, my elders, I'm like, Miss Hazel, come on back.
It's just a respect thing. Yeah. It was a young girl that worked in the shop, and I just remember her calling. I think the lady's name her name was Linda. And she was just Linda, pick your color, Linda. Put a handle on Miss Linda's name. Miss Linda is 75. Miss Linda is bent over when she walked. Put a handle on her name.
And older people respect that. They'll come back because that's
she
my
kept
baby.
Coming back though.
That young lady is respectful.
For real. That lady got some manners to her. Okay.
She been raised
right.
That music thing though is definitely
the music one is a big one too.
Especially with me and my daughter working in the salon together.
We have all age ranges.
And don't get me wrong, I like trap music in my trap music atmosphere.
Yeah, that ain't work. We're not at the club.
WAPA come on in the shop, I be like, whoa.
So that's Pandora's fault.
Gotta skip to the iPad like, oh, change the song.
Especially when it be a big cuss word coming over. So
like, that's sorry, Miss Hazel. That was
Did you hear it? Did you hear it? Did you hear that? Heard that before? No?
And it kind of sets the mood in the salon.
It does. It sets a good atmosphere. Yeah. If your music is all about street drugs and violence, that's what's going to be projected.
Get some trappers in your chair.
Yeah, like, it's not going to be no good conversation because it's not going to even bring about nothing good. Like,
we always get complimented on the music, though.
We do.
Yeah,
we do. It's a nice
vibe.
Okay?
Walking there, it's always a good
vibe. Get your little barefoot vibe going on.
For all ages.
Yes.
It's for all ages, too, I would say.
Gospel.
It is.
Right.
A little mixture.
Right.
For love is only.
Right. I got one for you guys. And I pulled this up because I did some research before we came in today. Just make sure I was on the right track with my own salon etiquette. But you guys aren't going to like this next one. So, it says in all the etiquette books for salons that we should not have our phones on the floor.
But my business
so this is one time we can actually have a debate because it's old school against new school. So I'm going to let y'all say y'all part.
Well, my business is on my phone. So I do need my phone for if my client is running late. Yeah, she texted me or something.
Right.
I need to see that.
Posting pictures and videos.
Yep, I gotta still manage my Instagram at the same time.
Okay, go ahead.
We're only one person. We have to do all
we gotta
things.
do all of that. Well, I will say, I don't know. I ain't saying anything.
I don't think that you should be on your phone. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I will say. Yeah, I won't have to be on my phone all day.
Like
I
talking on the phone.
I used to be on my phone at work.
And sometimes you will do it just without even thinking about it. I know I have. I've done a FaceTime.
Listen, I have been days where I be on the phone, but I be like, listen, I need to talk to my client. Let me go. Like, I at least make sure if I'm on the phone for 30 minutes, I'm gonna get off.
Yeah.
30 minutes is a long time to be on the phone. I'm gonna get off and still talk to my client. I don't want the whole service to go by without me talking to my client.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a new client or an old client, I still need to engage with you a little bit.
Yeah, then you don't be on the phone the whole
entire time and not talk to me at all.
Right.
So it's a little bit of both. Now I'm
guilty.
My phone
I'm guilty.
I think everybody is guilty of it, and I'm not going to sit here and be judgmental towards you ladies because there has been times when I had to handle some business in the middle of doing a client. You know, unfortunately, sometimes an important phone call can come through while you're trying to do a client and you can't necessarily step away.
Yeah.
So in those circumstances, yes. But I have had some workers that they're on the phone from the time they step foot in the door. Literally, I'm not exaggerating, until the time they leave And so the clients, because I'm the owner, would complain to me instead of the person that's servicing them, of course. And I try to talk to the person. We're not even gonna talk about that. Just disrespectful, because
that's so disrespectful.
If you're either on the phone talking to whoever you're talking to, or you're on the phone watching a movie or a video or whatever, to me, if I was a client, that's saying to me that you really don't want to be bothered with me.
You don't want my money. You don't even appreciate the fact that I'm sitting in your chair because I'm paying you. This pays your bills.
Right.
Like, that is so rude.
It's a lot of things out here where I'd be like...
Now, it's been times where my client was like, you want to watch this show? It's so funny. I just watched this episode last night, and we'll watch it. Like, I've watched an episode of Power with a client. Mm-hmm. I've watched that show, 90 Day Fiance. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that show was so funny. I watched it for the first time with my client. So it's like, all right, if we just entertaining, cool. Or if it's been
to the ghost in here, Sam?
Some going.
Scared. It's like scared.
Oh my God.
I was on the phone.
So I will say it's all about, and then also if you're gonna be on the phone, watch your type of conversation. It shouldn't be all that cussing and
inappropriate.
Yeah, like chill out with that.
It's all about professionalism.
And have headphones if you're gonna be on the phone all day.
Please.
Well, no, don't be on the phone all day if you're servicing clients. It's not proper etiquette. Right. You know, it's just not. It's not. You can still probably get clients, but eventually it's gonna get
it's gonna
old.
come to a halt. Yeah, for sure. And you won't be able to flourish.
Like we said a couple of weeks ago, a lot of times clients, they're like looking forward to coming to visit us, to sit in our chair and talk. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so if we are on the phone talking to JJ and them at home, or watching a movie on the phone, then they're like, well, dang, I wanted to say a few things, and you don't
get the time to engage.
At all.
Engage with
that goes back to engaging with your client. That's something else, unfortunately, they don't necessarily teach in COS school. But if you want to be successful, you definitely have to let your client know that you care about them and whatever it is they're trying to say.
Absolutely.
We're like their little mini therapists.
We really are.
For their appointment time.
We make them feel better.
We wear a lot of hats.
Right.
For
sure. For sure. We're like Olivia Pope, honestly.
Hello?
In the beauty industry.
On top of trying to grow your hair, keep your hair healthy on your head. It's a lot of pressure. No, just kidding.
It is.
It's a whole lot of pressure.
It definitely is, because it's kind of, they feel like it's our responsibility in whatever they're going through. I'm sorry.
Speaking of phones, no.
How ironic was that? That's crazy. It was my mom, the person that does call me. No, I'm at work. That's so crazy. But what was I saying?
I forgot.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
Oh man, but y'all know we were talking about wearing a lot of hats and
wearing a lot of hats,
being everything.
Yeah,
no, still nothing.
So while I'm picking up that thought, we're going to go into not making promises that you can't deliver with your clients. And I think we did touch on that before too, but that's part of the etiquette, because you can, for lack of better words, lie and tell them, oh yeah, I can make your hair grow down your back, but really you're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Not so much them.
Don't grow.
Because honestly, sometimes clients are like kids. Like, when you tell them something, they expect
they hold on to that word.
Exactly. What you asked for.
Versus what you got. You really look like Pocahontas.
Versus what you got. That's a prime example of that. Don't be telling people you could do something that you've never done before.
No, seriously, the client respects when you tell them you can't do it.
Just
like,
don't.
It's been times people have come to me with some stuff like, I don't do that. I don't draw portraits on nails. It's not my thing. Like, I think it's dope. I just don't do that. Nor can I, and am I about to try. So, because you're not about to ever be like, this don't look crazy. You think it's hot? Not after I
can't do no nails.
That's how they do. That's what it's going to be. And you're not going to walk out here. That's my name on the line. No.
Why can't you do that? You do everything that it's just certain stuff I'm not going to tap into.
I've never been a person. I don't do letters on nails. I don't do portraits on nails. And I don't do extendo nails. the extremely long ghetto nails. It's just not my style.
Mm-hmm.
And nor do I want to continue to bring in the clientele of that. So I refuse to do anything like that.
Right.
So that way it keep me in my box. I'm stay in my lane.
It's okay not to do everything.
Yeah.
Get into what you like and what you want to learn and master and stay in your lane.
Absolutely.
And you'll be way more successful.
Don't go left.
Than being
don't
just
collect $100
all over the
place.
place.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. I agree, ladies. One thing that my clients will tell you that I pride myself on is being totally honest and transparent.
And they respect that.
Right, exactly. I want our expectations to be going in the same direction.
Yeah.
I don't want your expectations to be going here and mine going here.
Yeah.
Because that'll never make for a good relationship.
Or if you bring me something that's ugly, like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, these colors don't match.
Look, now, don't just be so blunt when you offend your client, because they be real sensitive.
Yeah, I do. It depends on the client. Like, so, did you want these certain colors for a reason? Or is it like a certain reason you wanted this design? Like, you let me figure this out so I can tell you.
You get to drop knowledge at that point, and they'll respect that too. Like, it's, as far as color, I'm using as an example.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody can't wear every color.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? There's people that can wear blondes, there's people that can wear reds, there's people that can wear purple, green, or whatever. But I have to tell a lot of people, a lot of the times when you're picking color, look at someone who has the same skin complexion as you. Yeah. Before you just go jumping out there with a color, because.
And you know what? It's the same for nails too, because certain colors don't go for certain skin tones.
Right.
Like, no offense to whites, but don't bring me a picture of this lady's white hands and your hands just don't look like this. So ultimately, regardless of what I do to your hands, you're looking at the cleanness of her hand and her cuticles. Your cuticles don't look like this because you don't take care of your cuticles. And I can't. And then you have like a whole different shaped nail. If you have short, square nails, you bring me these long, scoped out nails, it's not gonna be the same.
It's not gonna look the same.
So I always make sure, like, it's not gonna look just like this, right?
We could do a version.
Regardless of if I have every single piece of everything that's in that picture, it's not gonna transfer exactly.
Right. That's good for you to say that. My favorite line is, so what are your expectations? Excuse me.
What do you want?
I'm throwing the ball back in their court. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because if your expectations honestly are too unrealistic for me, I'm gonna let you know that probably I'm not the stylist for you.
No, seriously.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we should go.
Because if you just expect me to do whatever you bring me,
right? Exactly.
You won't have to go to a stylist.
You're not gonna say I did it.
No, for real.
You're not gonna say I did it.
You'd be like, so why did you want this color exactly?
Okay. But that is the stigma. Look, in our culture with color. And I have to refer back to that example because we just look at something and be like, I want that.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They don't even understand the process.
Oh, no. When I would get clients, I'd be like, so who did you go to and gave you this color? Why did you let them do that? Why did you do that? Why did they do it for you? Like, why? You paid for this?
Or for just a person will take you from black to platinum in your service
the
time.
Right way.
Whether or not you have hair after that day, that's on you, because
like
it's
Cynthia.
just unrealistic. It's not realistic to take somebody from black to blonde. It's not possible.
In one day, and they still have hair.
Not in one visit at all. There's so many things that go behind that. So you gotta talk to your stylist
about proper hair care. She's the only person who would cuss me out for not wearing a scarf. She's the reason I wear a scarf to this day. No other stylist cared if I wore a scarf or not. Like, they didn't care about none of that.
I was taught.
Wear your scarf. Wear your scarf. She used to be
my mother was a hairstylist, but I just even feel like if she wasn't, like, y'all pay good money for your hair. Tie it up at night.
Why not take
it took a long time for me to get to this point, but I'm here now.
You doing good.
I'm doing great.
Growing and glowing. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, man.
Anyway, back to shop etiquette. Bottom line, the important thing is greeting clients, engaging with them, open communication with your client, as stylists treating your job like a job.
Yes.
It's not a hobby.
Yes.
It's not recreational. It's not come in only when you want to make money to buy the new purse. It's a job. It's a career that you chose, honestly. If you chose to go to school and do all the hours to get into this industry, then this is what you chose. So treat it like a job. That's the important thing. A lot of people come into this business and think it's all play. You're just having fun and making money. And because we're doing what we like to do and we're passionate about it, we are having fun and making money. But it's still our job.
And you want to have a good reputation. Yeah. You don't want people to be like, well, girl, she was an hour late for my appointment.
She was mean.
She didn't come and she scheduled me at the last minute. Yeah. She didn't have everything that she needed to do my hair. We had to go
The worst one I ever heard was she didn't even do my hair. Her assistant did it. And she took pictures of her chair. I said, what?
Wow.
What does that even mean?
Wow.
So
who did you pay? That was my next question.
Exactly.
This is a lot.
Work ethic.
There's been some things out here that I've heard. Be like, she what?
How are you doing hair and you can't do the basics like shampoo, blow dry, braid? Like those are all basic things that you have to do in doing hair.
Per person. Like, don't give everybody the exact same
I
style.
think the younger people coming into the industry mistake when a more seasoned stylist has an assistant as the same thing as them not knowing how to do everything they need to know how to do. By the time you get to the point where you need an assistant, you should know how to do everything yourself.
Yeah.
Be it braid, shampoo, like she said, or any other service, prepping that stylist for their style, that customer for their style. Don't misunderstand and think that we have an assistant to do that because we don't know how to do it. It should never be that way at all. And like Lonnie said, honestly, if the assistant does the majority of the work, then that's the one should be getting paid for the service. And as a consumer, honestly, if you pay the stylist full fare, then shame on you. Yeah, shame on you.
Yeah. But that just goes into work ethic. Like with our job, I just feel like there's so much out there. You should never feel like you know too much or you can't learn something
and that's
new.
The
like
thing. That's all.
Learn what you want to do and master it. Like take all the knowledge in that you can. If you want to be a weaveologist and do nothing but weaves, learn everything that you need to know about weaves. Master it. If you want to do color,
you don't just learn after you get out. Once you finish school, it's not over with. This is actually the beginning.
Exactly.
This is truly the beginning.
You just
because
got
now you have to learn how the business of it. It's actually with dealing with real customers. In school, you deal with a head as well as just some customers.
Right.
It's not truly, the whole world is not stepping down beauty school. So it's nothing like a salon
at all.
And no better way to learn than through CE hours.
Yeah.
That's why they require it for us to have them to renew our license because hair is like clothing, you know, it's trendy.
Changing.
It's trendy, so it's constantly changing. And if you consider yourself a good stylist, you should be, even if you don't decide you don't want to do the trendy hair, you should at least know how to do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's important, please, young stylists, to continue your education once nail techs too.
Not even young stylists, just new stylists.
Yeah, that too.
Anybody.
Right.
Yeah,
and not off of YouTube.
Don't come out just being the biggest boss.
You know what? That leads me to my next
Not off of YouTube. That's not where you see CE hours come from.
Listen, as a stylist, and I just have to say this because I would like to start teaching one day. I haven't gotten there yet.
All right.
Don't learn something one day and then feel like 3 weeks later you could teach a class.
Woo!
Preach.
I could talk about this.
Preach.
CE hours are continuing education hours for a reason. We need them to renew our license. So when you call yourself a stylist and you want to give a class and you want to charge me $500, $800, $1,000, I've heard people have $1,500 classes. I need to be able to walk away with a CE hour or
something,
even just
something.
I'm gotta make $1,000-something off of what you just taught me.
Yeah,
immediately.
Some type of
immediately.
Give it back to me.
And that just goes with integrity. Like I would never charge at this point in my career $1,500 for
That's
a class.
Lot of money.
I don't have that type of time under my belt.
You repping yourself off of clout, strictly off of clout.
Period.
Per person.
Ain't that much damage. Did you do Beyonce's hair? Because why is your class $1,500?
Obama, Michelle.
Hello.
You better have for $1,500 because
figured out how to make people's hair grow.
When you're taking a class, it's you investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, you're supposed to be able to come back with the knowledge and the know-how to make the money to replace that money that you spent on that class. So in essence, what you're saying to me is, if I spend $1,500,
I need to be able to make $3,000.
Exactly.
Not a dollar less.
I get my revenue. I create my revenue right away.
No, seriously, and I teach my girls that when, especially my beginners, I set them up a price list. This is how you're gonna make your money back, and this is how much you're gonna continue to put back into your business. When you make back this much money off of doing nails, you put 25% of that back into business. I always teach them that, because I'm like, especially going in, it's no, like, you might take off and blow up, or you might have to continue to study build. But I'm gonna show you how to figure it out either way. Like, I don't want you to feel lost like this, because you will feel lost and you'll be like, you know what? That's how people end up quitting. Because you feel like you have no help, as well as you don't feel like you know what to do next. Like, it's no, all right, cool. Now I know how to navigate this. They don't have absolutely no clue. They don't have people around them that's genuinely willing to help them. So they end up quitting, or they end up with a bad reputation because they've made some wrong moves.
And you care, like, you care about what you're teaching people and what you're putting out there.
As well as I make sure, like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like, if you don't get it, say that to me. I'm very big on, like, no, stop me if I'm talking too fast, if I'm talking too slow, if you don't even understand what I'm talking about. Like, we're gonna figure this out. Like, it's not just I'm gonna show you everything, and if you don't get it, oh well, that's on you. No, I'm here to seriously make sure you learn. It's been a lot of people, and it's no shade to them. It's a lot of people who I've taught, and they're thriving, but they're not where they truly want to be, or where I want to see them at personally. And now I see that they offer classes, and their classes are way lower than mine. And it's just like, so you're really just messing up the game here, because
throwing salt on the game.
If my classes is this price, and your classes is 3 times less than that, they're gonna go to you, and then they're gonna end up still coming to me, because they didn't learn everything properly, as well as you don't even have the type of background to truly show them what they need. So it's okay to stay in your lane until you feel like you have mastered it. I didn't teach classes for 4 years because I'm like, I don't know how to teach somebody yet. I needed to know so many things before I even stepped into me teaching people, because I wanted to give them a full experience, as well as truly give them some game.
They get what
because
you
I wish,
get.
Yeah, because it's some game that I wish I had got.
Right, for sure.
So, yeah, like, just...
Yeah, they need more teachers like you, Lonnie, for sure.
We're going to have this, Sarah. We're going to have the school.
You better say it. You better say it.
Okay.
Because COD school lacks so much that they
so much. But then again, I will say, especially with hair school, because I know how long it is, people, like, their hands get itching. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get up out of this school. So I feel like they need to figure out a way to add a customer service segment in there.
Absolutely.
Without extended school hours.
Absolutely.
Because that should be it could even just be
a whole day.
Every Tuesday for the last 3 months that you here. Like, it could be a crash course, but something needs to be added. Absolutely. Because people lack that. And it's, at the end of the day, you can't truly run a business, even if you are working in somebody else's salon, when you have absolutely no idea on how to run business.
We can't keep our industry thriving if we have a bunch of people that don't know how to run business.
Or work together.
That's why I feel like we have all these YouTubes and Instagram, IG stories, and just people just randomly posting stuff. People don't like to come to the salon no more. They low-key question us licensed stylists or nail techs or barbers. Like, we don't know what we're talking about, and I just wanted to come back around to where they trust us.
Yeah, they don't trust us. Cause they only trust you off of your Instagram.
Listen,
you know that?
Yeah.
Like, people only trust you as
off
much
your
as
popularity.
Your Instagram. Your popularity as well as your work. It's some that's looking for work, it's some that's looking for popularity. It was people that came to me just because I had a certain amount of followers. It was like, so you didn't even truly look at my work, because I can tell by the work that you're bringing me. It's nothing like this on my page.
Exactly.
Why would you think that I'm finna do this?
Where did you see me do this at?
You never see me do
or
this.
they'll come that one time and never come again. If they didn't feel like they got the experience they thought they was going to get.
I don't know what you expected out of this.
They expected that Instagram experience.
You told me to close.
One girl blocked me.
I'm talking about I can't even relate to it.
I didn't
chime in on anything because I definitely can't relate to what you guys go through with that because I don't use Instagram or even have an Instagram page. This girl came to me twice.
So the first time she's like, "Are you gonna post me on your page?" Because when I first started, I used to take pictures of everybody's nails, regardless if I posted them or not. So I took a picture of her nails. I ended up not posting them because I just didn't like her fingers. Some people's fingers just aren't Instagram worthy. At the end of the day, that's my resume on Instagram worthy. Yeah. So she came the second time and she looked me dead in my eyes and was like, "So are you gonna post me this time?" Like dead ass, like, "Bitch, you better post me." And so I didn't post her. And next thing I know, I was blocked. She blocked me because I didn't post her nails. I was like, "You are so childish." And then she told one of her friends. She was like, "Yeah, I'm not fucking with her because clearly she ain't doing my nails good enough to post on Instagram." I'm like,
"Oh my god!"
Or if
it's your fingers, it's not me.
If you don't post,
I don't envy you guys with this, doing all this. You guys.
Well, I ain't posting her too. Like, I feel like I get that a lot. Like, a person will come to me and they won't tag or whatever that I did their hair, and then they'll go to somebody else, and it's like a whole 5
it depends on
slides of whatever. Like, oh,
okay, cool.
Well, that's
I mean,
but I feel like because Quenisha is not a pusher of it, because you do have
edit that out.
Oh, I'm sorry. My daughter by birth, I should know her name. Sorry. This is a main argument of ours. My apologies.
Ooh.
But she's not a pusher of follow me. And I remember when she first started working with me, and before that it was mostly people from my era in the salon, and so we all were business card handers and some word of mouth, and you know, if you refer 3 you get 1 free. These are the kind of things that we did for advertisement and promotion. And so when Quenisha started working in the salon, and dang it, I'm sorry. When you start working in the salon, I can't help it because that's her name. Now you know her legal name. Ooh. Which is out of love, but we're not even going to go there. That's a whole thing. Anyways, when she started working in the salon, and everybody got out of her chair was like, follow me, Queen, follow me, you follow me. And I was like, follow you where? Like, where do you want
Where we going?
And so I got so infuriated, and Quenisha can tell you, because I raised her, I'm sorry, I raised her on, you will not be a follower.
It's social media purposes.
I know, but it's like, it's changing y'all's mindset so much. And it's the total opposite of what we were raised on. Yeah. I promise it is. Because I say again, I don't care if it's social media and that's the lingo and whatever. At the end of the day, it still means the same thing. The definition of follow has not changed in the dictionary.
Okay.
And so, honestly, when I was raising my kids not to be followers, that means that just because so-and-so jumped off the roof, you don't jump off the roof because that's your friend. Or just because so-and-so dyed their hair platinum, lime green or whatever, you don't do it because that's your friend.
We're not followers still.
Let me just say,
thankfully.
And I had to really come to grips with the whole social media thing. Because I, like she said, was raised on the whole, you're not a follower or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm just, I guess, naturally a private person.
Yeah. And
like the whole upkeep as far as building your brand and getting your social media insights to a certain level and making sure you're getting traffic to your page. Like, I really had to come to a point where it was like, okay, I want to grow my clientele and grow my brand and business in the same breath. I got to get hip to it, eventually. I got to tap in sometime. Because at first I was like, I don't really care. Like, I'll forget to take a picture or post something. It'll be a great hairstyle. And I'll be like, next time. I know, and I had to figure it out. You really, she got on my whole
Instagram is the reason I have clientele. So it's like, it just depends on how you truly approach Instagram.
I'm going to correct.
Because it's
Instagram is not the reason you have clientele. Your work is the reason you have clientele. Now, Instagram is an excellent platform for promotion.
Instagram is truly how my name got out there. I will say that.
Yeah.
So, okay. With that being said,
the debate.
If Instagram was the reason why you have clientele, and I came to you to get my nails done and they were shitty, I don't care what type of what do you call it? What y'all put on your social media? What's the word? I don't know the lingo for social media. Content. I don't care what type of content you have on your page. If I'm looking down at my nails, and they're one going this way,
I would say 50% of the reason I have clientele is Instagram.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
Instagram has helped grow your business.
Truly has, okay, there we go. That's the right word. Instagram has definitely helped me grow.
Yes. We're not gonna give Instagram credit for your talent.
Okay,
we're not doing that.
50% of the reason I will say 50% of the reason that I got as big as I did, as fast as I did, was Instagram. Okay. It was social media because every person that sat in my chair, I was making sure they posted my nails.
You utilized it properly.
Absolutely. Now, I will say I still keep my private life private, but Instagram, y'all gonna see these nails.
For sure.
We gonna get these nails.
And sometimes, I learned people want to see your face, so even now I try to be like...
People like the person behind the brand. Any picture of myself that I post on Instagram will get way more likes than any nails I post.
It makes no sense.
Is it me or is it the nails? Like, what do y'all follow me for?
Or even, too, you start to feel like, dang, like, don't nobody want to mess with me because they don't see me? Like, what do you need to see me? Or they come to you and they be like, I didn't know you looked like that, or I didn't think that you were
like, so you ain't see
why do you have to think? Why do you have to think anything?
They're like, I just want to know the person behind it all.
Just come get your hair
done.
People
appreciate the person behind the brand, especially if it's a good person. You giving off good energy and have good personality. And you're cute,
Right.
Use it all to your advantage.
Oh, you are.
So I would say Instagram get 50% credit.
It has its pros and its cons.
Yeah. So
it has its pros and its cons.
With that being said, I just took a social media marketing class, and I was so defiant throughout the whole class.
You were.
And I will argue like an attorney with every point that they tried to make for me to understand why social media marketing is so important. Now, at the end of the day, they make good points. I don't take that from them. Just like you young ladies make good points. But when we start researching huge companies that were quite successful, they did not utilize social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the reason why they were so successful is from word of mouth.
Absolutely.
From word of mouth.
So Chinese restaurants.
You ain't never seen.
They don't advertise.
They don't at all. They'll send
they
you
don't
a
have
flyer.
Commercials.
There'll be a flyer on your door when you get home on your mailbox. But you're right. That's really about it. They don't do commercials.
So I'm not going to negate. And you know why? Probably because honestly, social media was banned in China. Yeah. They frown upon it. They frown upon it. And up until recently, I think it's maybe one or two platforms that they did allow, but they still monitor the usage of it. And I praise them for that. I praise them for it. And
that makes sense, though.
I'm going to close with why I really despise social media, because the man that we just got out of here as a president, you know what I'm saying? He abused the social media platform his whole reign.
That's an understatement.
His whole reign. And so I'm not going to go into my whole negative stance on social media, but I say again, at the end of the day, you two ladies are very talented, and social media has helped build your business. We're not going to let them take responsibility for
they don't get credit. You're right.
Your talent. We're not going to do that.
Use it for advertisement.
Right.
It's like a mobile. It's like a online magazine, hair magazine. Yeah.
It's just an extra advertising platform. That's all it is.
It is.
It's an extra.
And it's free.
It's still old school advertisement. It's still okay.
It's just on a larger market. Like I can market to people out in California,
and different countries,
Nevada.
And even with that, like I'm telling you, I had this argument with my social media marketing instructor. Even so, my argument was service-based businesses, i.e. us, catering services, things like that. They can benefit from social media marketing, but we also, for all of, as long as I've been in the industry, have been successful at word of mouth advertising. Whereas when you have an actual physical product that you're trying to sell, then the e-commerce type of social media marketing is very, very important. I can very well, if I get a client from China that would love to come to me. I don't, being a service-based business, I mean, unless I plan a trip to China anytime soon, or they plan a trip here, that type of marketing does not pertain to a service-based business. You know what I'm saying? Most service-based, especially in catering, which is a whole nother business of ours, but we're not going to get into that. I want to taste your food. You know what I'm saying? I need somebody to tell me if I don't taste it myself.
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
your food tastes good.
I see you follow her.
Yeah. Right. I don't want to
Right.
look on a picture on social media and be like, because they can take a picture out the magazine and put it on their page.
You can put a filter on and make it look
right.
real.
So that's the difference too with, you know, using social media versus word of mouth, especially for service-based businesses.
Agreed.
So we're gonna end it with our song of the week.
Ooh, do I got a song of the week? I have been real ratchet this week. I've been listening to City Girls.
Megan Thee Stallion.
I don't know why, but it's just been Thursday and Friday. I'm just waking up, just turned. I'm like, yo, what's up with me? But yeah, we've been on City Girls lately.
No song I like, Lil Ratchet. Young Dolph and Megan Thee Stallion.
Out for the weekend. Young Ratchet.
R&B.
Oh, R&B? Now that's the one. That's my gym song, y'all. That's my gym song.
I'm like,
I'm gonna let you listen to it in the shop one day.
okay.
Look, it'll feel better. All I know is I need me an RN. Y'all know what the letters mean. I got the B. I just need the RN.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I quit. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord.
Y'all having a good time today, huh?
I'm gonna let you listen to the song so you can get
RN.
Look, she don't know.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man. But that's all, folks.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys next time
See
on
ya. The ShoppeCast.